So you want to know, is this week's Inman headlines helping or hurting agents with that of, are they clarifying, or is this headline clickbait? Well, when you look at it, sink or swim, that's up to the agents. I'm going with clarify again. As you start looking at where the industry is headed within what the last 10 to 13 years have looked like, anytime we start to see decreased transactions, that just means there's less available people in the market. So therefore, there will be individuals and companies who suffer due to the fact that they were not predicting that, they were not preparing for it, or most importantly, though, the culture does not have enough of a reason why they love doing what they're doing to persevere through the correction. And remember, it's a correction. The farthest thing ever from a crash. There's just less people participating in real estate. But as you look at the subheadline, ask your agents whether they believe your brokerage is a value-added commodity for them, or if your competitors look equally attractive. For people listening, a brokerage is that of where the individual agents work at unless they own their own brokerage. And there's three key areas that they talked about, which was culture clash, meaning that if a company's culture isn't authentic, and this is something that is becoming more challenging right now, is how do you keep your authenticity through a changing environment? When you look at your industry and in real estate, there's just less people, and you know this as a consumer, participating in it right now due to where the mortgage rates have gone over the last year. But there's a lot of people still thinking about what they want to do. They're just not deciding to transact right now. So while transactions are low, the authenticity and the prediction or preparation must be high from that of the companies and the individual agents to persevere through that time period and continue to put their clients first. And as a brokerage, the agent is the client as well as that of the consumers that those clients serve. And how do you put them first while you go through a correction is why I agree the headline helped, and to clarify what culture really looks like. And for most people, that starts with leadership and the ability to influence and help agents continue to see and believe the value of doing what is needed to hit their goals. The other part was changing to charge ahead. Now, as you look at what that change is for a lot of agents, yes, sink or swim is going to be, are you able to change some of what you did in the past that allowed you to receive what you had? And are you going to change for that of what the consumer in the market needs today to give them what they see as value? And then lastly, as you look at that new growth, is that for most companies, they are constantly fighting. How do you continue to serve those of the people? And as you can hear all those dings, you can see there's a lot of people to serve. How do you continue to serve your people in a way that there is a net growth? We know that during a correction, there's going to be a change with where your financial growth can be, but net growth is not just in your P&L, your profit and loss, it's also in people's lives. So are you growing a larger amount of people's lives and impacting them in a positive way to where your net growth, both as a company and or a broker, is positive during while you go through a negative correction? So I'm definitely sticking with this. Inman was helpful for many people to look at, what am I going to need to do to make sure that I do sink or swim, and thinking about how important leadership, culture, and that of going out and showing interest in people's lives is going to be critical to seeing yourself swim through it.